Hello everyone. Today is the second part of the stream that we did on Saturday. We're going to finish setting up a virtual machine with my personal terminal setup. Last time we had some issues with Debian, so I deleted the Debian machine and I now have an Alpine Linux machine with the GNOME desktop installed on it. It was pretty easy to set up, and I've got it back to where we were with Debian. So today we're going to install tmux and neovim and configure them how I personally like to have them, which is with NVChad. I use NVChad 2.0, but we might try 2.5 today. So I have Kitty here. It is still a little bit laggy, but it's not as bad as Debian was. Okay, we're going to start with tmux. So I'm going to go ahead and install it. It should just be in the APK package manager. There it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and install tmux here. It's APK add on Alpine. There we go. And now we have tmux installed. So we can enter a tmux session just like that. I can create new windows for it using Control A, C. Nope. Control B, C. The default leader key is Control B. And I'm way too used to Control Space. So we're going to set up tmux exactly how I like it. I have my .files here, of course. And we're going to go into tmux.conf. Now, I think all I have to do to get the shared clipboard working is to insert the guest editions CD. And hopefully that should be done. We're also going to need to install the tmux package manager, or TPM. I don't believe that it will be in here. Yeah, this is tiny password manager. That's not what we want. We don't need this tmux. So here we have the tmux package manager. This is what I personally use to install packages for tmux plugins. I personally store my tmux configuration in .config. However, the normal place to have it is in .tmux. It seems like, unfortunately, yeah, it seems like, unfortunately, this is not going to work. Yeah. Well, it's fine. We can do a git clone. And I'm going to go ahead and clone that. Not a Git repository. Ooh. I think it is. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and have a look at the current file, the current folder. And we have not got a .tmux in here. But it said that it said that https://github.com and then tpm was not a GitHub repository. It's not a Git repository or any of the parent directories. But it is. Interesting. If I go into .config, then I ls. We don't have tmux in here either. So we don't have anything for tmux in terms of configuration. So I'm going to create the .tmux folder. Now that directory should be made. Interesting. I think it... no, it can't be because of that. I was thinking maybe it's because we're not signed into GitHub. But I'm pretty sure it can't be that. It's because this is git commit. GC is git commit. Yeah, git commit. That's why it wasn't working. So, I'm not sure if we have a git clone command. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I just forgot what GC was. There we go, now this should work. Perfect. So now we need to go into our tmux. We need to put it at the bottom of our tmux config file. So this should be in tilde/.tmux.conf. Now we don't have neovim installed on this system, so I'm gonna have to use either nano or vim. So I'm gonna use vim. and we're going to create the new file. And welcome to Vim. I've actually tried setting up Vim on my main system. Yeah, we're doing neovim and tmux today because we got power level 10k, Z shell, and Kitty configured last time. So we're doing tmux and neovim today. Okay, this is just going to set up TPM for us. And this is just a basic configuration for tmux with the tmux package manager. Let me just make sure that I actually called it .tmux. Yes, I did. Good. So let's configure tmux first. But let's first see what it looks like right now. This is tmux. And to install plugins that you've defined in your tmux config file, you do leader and then shift I. So for example, in the base configuration, it's Control B, Shift I, and that will install tmux plugins and reload the environment. So this is kind of everything that we need from TPM. So I'm going to go ahead and close this tab. This is neovim, and we'll get to that in a minute. But this is my tmux config file. It is large. So this sets some stuff for tmux itself. This sets the theme. And this is all TPM stuff. So we're going to do all of this now. And then we can go on how to install Quartz in Arch. It's confusing and it's very annoying. So you have to... It did not work on mine. Interesting. So did you install the app image? So you need to take the app image and then you run it. You double click on the app image or you run it however you want to. It will ask for permissions or something. And then it should run. So I have it set up as a desktop shortcut. And it just loads up and starts. I do want to put it on the AUR though. So you need the app image for Arch. And then you can let's do this. Now I need to remember where it is. I think it's / slash user slash share slash bin. We'll get there. User share bin. No. User local bin. User local. I might need to use Yazi for this. You go back and you go into. Now I need to remember where it is. User. Local. No. Share. Applications. And this is all of your. Just make it Flatpak. It's better and easier to install. Yeah, but I also want it on the AUR. I have it somewhere in here. Here. This is what I have for the Quartz desktop. This is the desktop entry for Quartz on my system. I have put the app image, I've removed the extension, and I've put it in /user/bin. And then you've got the icon for it, what type it is, the category, and the name, of course. So I'm just going to quit and go back to my home directory and just close terminal. So now that we have TPM installed, we can go in here and we can install these other plugins. We're going to tmux sensible just adds some configuration. The Vim Navigator adds Vim keybinds to tmux. Capuchin is Capuchin, and Yank is like Vim, neovim copy paste. Let's see if I can actually copy and paste this. Control C, Control Shift V. No. Flatpak just works on all distros. That's true. It does. But you need to install Flatpak on Arch if you want it. So I want it to be natively available. So that you don't have to install anything else just to use it. But yeah, I can definitely, well, I don't know if I can definitely do it, but I can have a look at putting it on Flatpak. Just build it from source. Yeah, you could. It's weird to build it from source though. There's no instructions in here. I should probably add instructions, or in the source folder, I should add instructions in a separate README. But you need to download the source code and do everything with Electron. Yeah, it's a pain. So we want tmux sensible. And we want Vim tmux navigator, obviously Capuchin, and tmux yank. So once we've added this stuff, it will make a massive difference to tmux. Definitely noticeable, but it's not overwhelming. It just makes it easier to use and slightly nicer looking. We do have to set our Capuchin theme though after we've installed it, and I'm not sure what it defaults to. So we've got Capuchin, and the last one we need is tmux yank. So I'm going to start a tmux session, and I'm going to do Control B, Shift I. And look at that. We now have this beautiful kind of status bar. And what we're going to do next is I'm going to stay in tmux now. We're going to go back into Vim, and we're going to start setting up how it looks. Now, Capuchin already does some of that for us, but we want to do a lot of it ourselves. So we can go up, and everything from here to here is, from here to here is color-based and status line stuff. So we need to set our Capuchin flavor. And I'm going to set it to frappe. I would use mocha, however, on my system it will conflict with my background. But I'm willing to try it here. It might still blend into the background, and then I'll use frappe like in my config. And then we're going to set the separators. Now, the default tmux separators are not the best. So I like them to be rounded. And I don't know how I'm going to get this rounded Unicode character into here unless I go ahead and open a web browser. This will slow down the VM a bit, but it's not too much. I thought I told it to use GitHub for this. GitHub.com, this one. There we go. So I'm going to copy over the styling from tmux. And tmux.conf. So I'm going to take this config, not all of it, we will do a lot of it ourselves, but we will take all of this up to here. Take this, copy it, and we'll paste it into Vim. Just like that. I'm going to close the web browser because I don't think we need it anymore. So now if I do Control B, Shift I, we're going to install everything again. Hit escape, and now we need to source our tmux config. So we can do tmux source /tmux.conf .tmux.conf. And nothing changed, and I don't know why. So I'm going to exit tmux and re-enter it. And for some reason, it's not working. I think it's got something to do with stuff up here. It's this bit. Specifically these two lines. So we're going to edit the config again. Go down to the bottom. And below run tpm, we're going to do set -g status bg default. And we're also going to do set -g status style bg equals default. Now hopefully if I source this, we see no change in our tmux config. Yay! I love troubleshooting. Probably this bit. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's the top. We're gonna edit that. Go to the top of our file. And we're going to do set -g. Oh no, set option -sa. Set option -sa. Terminal overrides. xterm star : tc. Just like that. And then we're going to do set -option -g allow pass-through. Allow pass-through. And we're going to set that to on. How do you use the .snap? To be honest, I don't know. For quartz, I have no idea how to use the .snap. Because I don't use snap at all. I just uploaded it because I thought that other people would know what to do with it. I don't know how to use it though. I think tomorrow I can look into putting on Flatpak, the AUR, and the Snap store. Hopefully I can do that tomorrow, but if I can't, then I'll get it done at some point. So this option just set -g mouse on just means that we can use the mouse for moving around our panes, which can be helpful a lot of the time, especially if you're just trying to quickly move between them and you don't have a tiling window manager like Hyperland or Sway or i3WM. It's very good if you don't have a tiling window manager. If you do, tmux is mainly better for just having multiple terminals in one. So that's what I mainly use it for on Hyperland, because I can create panes like this that I can adjust. But if I'm not using a tiling window manager, then I will use tmux panes. We're also going to set this bottom, these two bottom options. This just means that leader single quote will split a vertical pane in the current working directory, and backslash will do the same horizontally. So if I enter into tmux, I can do my leader key is control space like that. That is horizontal. This isn't correct. What? I have it set to percent. I don't know why it's like this. This is weird. Let me check my tmux config. It shouldn't have changed at all. Yes, let me check it. Interesting. Very interesting. Weird. Bind backslash split window horizontal. I can't remember why this works, but this does work, so we're going to just go with it. And not ask any questions. It's a hashtag, hash, and then pin current path. And we can just copy that to the next line. And do backslash backslash. And then the same for -h. -h-c pin current path. Now hopefully if I source this, we should invalid option. Interesting. I spell overrides with one R. It's two R's. There we go. Now we should be able to source the tmux config and hopefully things should change. Expect an argument, but it got an argument. Let's have a look. At the very bottom, this needs to be in quotes. Double quotes. Just like that, and then we can do the same with this bottom one. Now we can tmux source. For some reason things are just not working. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure. Let me just view it. See, the separators are correct. Let's quickly switch to Frappe. See, nothing changed, which is weird. I'm pretty sure it's tmux source. Udo tmux source tmux.conf. which is exactly what we're doing. .tmux.conf, source it. Interesting. Well, we're just going to do a good old plugin install. Everything's already installed. Escape. I have had problems like this with tmux before. So hopefully we'll work our way around it. Let's get this set up and then we can look at troubleshooting this. It might have something... It can't have anything to do with my font. Because I have Cascadia Cove installed on this machine. So I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's a tmux issue. Or maybe it's a kitty issue. Specifically on Alpine. We can test it because for some reason GNOME came pre-installed with foot. I don't use foot. I've never used foot. I used it once on this machine to install Kitty. I'm very used to control space as my leader key for tmux. So that's what I'm going to keep it as. And this is just meta left, meta right, meta up, meta down for moving through. It's just configuration stuff that will make it look nicer and feel nicer. I don't know why I have bind CA send prefix. Do I still have control? I used to use control A for tmux and then I switched. Nope, it doesn't do anything. That's fine. Anyway, bind control A to send prefix. Now we're going to do this navigation stuff here. And then this bottom one is for changing this number here, this number. So this first one is usually 0, but I have it set up to be 1. Because then you can do leader key 1 to go to your first pane instead of having to do leader key 0. It's just the way I like it and the way I've got used to it, so it's the way I'm going to keep it. Left, right, up, down. See, I like setting stuff up like this, but I think my favorite thing to set up on my system is always neovim, because it's just so much fun to set up. There's so much that you can do with neovim when configuring it. I just think that neovim's really fun to configure and use because you can do so much with it that makes it look really nice. Obviously, if you do things in a weird way, you're going to get a less nice result. But as long as whatever you set up you like, that's really the important thing. You can use someone else's configuration, take it and modify it. But as long as you like what you have, that's the important thing. So this is all of the keyboard stuff set up. So now we can go on to setting the base index, pane base index, and all of that. Set -g base -index 1. And I'm just going to copy that line and set the pane base index to 1 as well. I'm just going to set it out twice more, and then we'll change it from set to set window option. And then it's set option -G renumber windows on. If I can actually type, that is. And then renumber windows. And that is my tmux config right there. All of it. It's not too complicated, but it looks nice. And that's the important thing. So I'm now going to do tmux source. And if I do Control D and re-enter tmux, hopefully we see something different. Perfect. Look at that. We now see that it's pane 1. If I do Control space C, we get another one and another one. Control space X, yes. Now something is clearly wrong with this configuration. I don't know where it's wrong. So it's time for troubleshooting, yay. I think we've got all of the plugins right. But see, I don't have this stuff in the bottom right corner. I have my current working directory and my session number. And this is not respecting that. See, I have my plugins here. This is a Capuchin, I believe. I also have tmux Resurrect. Very, very helpful. But I'm not sure why this isn't working. I have everything set up exactly the same. The only thing I can think it would be is the shell or Kitty. So I'm going to quit Kitty. And we'll try reopening it and going into tmux that way. If that doesn't work, then we can try a different terminal emulator. Yeah, weird. It's not respecting my config. And it says that we have all of our plugins installed. So I'm going to go ahead and try using Foot. Yeah, this does not look good. Tmux. I think it's tmux. I think that tmux isn't respecting my config. So we're going to uninstall tmux and then reinstall tmux from source. That's what we're going to do. Because that is definitely easier. apk delete tmux. Gotta do sudo. Okay. Gone. Now I need to actually reopen tmux again. How to install tmux? Can we build from source? Here we go. This is what we need. This is exactly what we need. Yeah, this is exactly what we need. So this is exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna do git clone. So we're going to clone it. And then we're going to cd into it. Then use an autogen, configure, and then make and install. That's what we're going to do. cd into tmux. sh autogen. Just like... I think that's a command that I'm supposed to have. Let's have a look in here. If AC local is a thing. Nothing. This is a pain. Genuinely a pain. Same as the tarball. From source tarball. I think that we need n cursors and lib event. Maybe we won't install it from source, and I'm not going to try that because it seems like we don't have the right stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and delete tmux. Yeah, do that. Yes, yes. I was not saying yes. 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 There we go. ls -a grep. But we just want to grep for tmux. And we only have our tmux config. and .tmux folders. How do we still have tmux installed? It's like I had Sway installed and then I removed it. Yeah, we don't have tmux installed. APK add Alpine is good, but it's kind of not doing what I want it to do. It's being a little bit finicky. We're going to use a custom using tmux. We want to use a custom config. Using a custom, we can run it with a config. You can run tmux with a custom configuration file, but I can't remember how you do it. Let's have a look at issues. There's no issues on Alpine, is there? Well, we can have a look at this. I'll have a look and I'll be back in a second. Okay, I found it. I think that I found it. Let me test this and we'll see if this works. So we want to do that. Well, I've run it with a custom configuration. Do I have to include the -d and -s flags? Is that my question? Interesting. Well, tmux isn't respecting my configuration file, and I don't know why. I mean, it's running. It's running, and that's the main thing. But it's not running the way we want it to. So, I don't know what to do. Maybe some dependencies aren't there. Yeah, maybe. We can run tmux with -v or -vv to generate server and client logs. Let's try that. Oh, yeah. Trying to nest a session. If we do that, we can do ls. We should, yes, we have tmux client logs. Let's have a look. We can cat the contents of tmux client log 108.23. Yeah, no clue. I think I agree. I think some dependencies aren't there. Autoconf, automake, package config. Yeah, I think some dependencies are missing. I mean, it's fine. It's okay. I would like to have tmux fully working, but if it doesn't completely work, that's fine. Hopefully it will work on other people's systems. Yeah. As long as it works, it's fine. And we have a color scheme on there, but just some of it isn't working properly. And I don't know why. It's fine. It's fine. We'll move on to neovim, and then if we have time, we'll come back at the end and try to fix it. So, welcome to neovim. This is the big leagues. We're going to install it on Alpine with APK, of course. If we have issues with neovim as well, that will be very sad. I keep doing install, but it's add. Can I do an upgrade on tmux? Is that an option? Oh yeah, we can. Do we need to do update and then upgrade? Update is not... Okay. Well, this is neovim by default. It's not the nicest. Yeah, it's definitely not the nicest thing out there. This is what my neovim looks like. Very nice. So let's set it up on here. We're going to go ahead and install NVChat 2.0. This is what I use. NVChat 2.5 is out, but 2.0 is still supported. You're going to need Git for this. There's a lot of Git clone. /.config/neovim. Yeah, it's ugly by default. Yeah, neovim's not nice by default. I think that's one of the reasons that it turns away a lot of people, along with the daunting keyboard shortcuts. But if more people configured neovim first, even just make it look a little bit nicer, then I think a lot more people would use it. There we go. And neovim looks exactly the same. It shouldn't. And now I need to remember why. Let's go to NVChat. NVChat. This is NVChat. We're in install. This is a Linux command. Run Mason install all. Okay. We are supposed to get stuff here. That's why there's a lot of neovim distros. Yeah, that's true. Let's just try a good old Mason install all. That's not how you do it. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to install Yazzie as well. Just so I can see file manager. Because it's very nice. You should really use a wrapper for it. Unable to select package. Is Yazzie not in this repo? It is. Why can I not install Yazzie? Well, I guess we're not going to install it and we'll instead use ls and cd. And ls, everything in here. We've got neovim. ls-a ... Okay. You are supposed to clear neovim out. Version 2.5. I didn't install version 2.5. I forgot. That's where we went wrong. rm-r. Because 2. the reason it didn't do anything is 2.5 and 2.0 are different. 2.5 should have come up with some configuration stuff. But it's fine. We're just going to remove nevim from here. Yes, yes, yes. Now we're going to run that same git clone command, but we need to do the branch. I cloned the wrong branch. -b v 2.0. That's the command that we needed. Perfect. And now if I run nevim, look at that. Perfect. Installing lazy.nvim and plugins. Perfect. So what we're going to do after this is installed, we're going to use Mason and do a Mason install as well. Okay. And it's doing that automatically. Welcome to NVChad. Read the plugins doc. Yeah. This is NVChad. I'm going to go into NVim from here. And now I'm going to go ahead and start changing things. We have, of course, got everything that NVChad has to offer. I can delete all of the extra stuff from here. All we need is the lower file, custom, chadrc. Look at that, beautiful. We should do a Mason install all. And we also need to use a tree sitter to install stuff. ts install lower. No C compiler found. Oh, we need C. C++. Yes, we need C compiler. I'm going to use GCC, clang. We'll use GCC. Perfect. Now we have GCC installed. It has awesome live grep. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do lazy sync. No other command, lazy sync. That. Now hopefully tree sitter installs this time. Perfect. We need to do that. And then we can hopefully have syntax highlighting. And we have some horrible stuff going on. Fatal errors, no such file directory, error during compilation. Oh dear. Oh dear. No included path. Very oh dear. I'm sure it will be fine. I'm sure. Welcome to the beauty of neovim. This is NVChad. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do cappuccino. Can I choose? I can't remember how to do this. Oh dear. We're going to do space th. We're going to do cappuccino. Do we not have you can change it, but we just need cappuccino. Beautiful. We're going to have transparent The file's already... Yes. Like that. And if we do turn on Q and we go back in, we don't have transparency. Is it transparent or transparent? Tree Sitter's doing some weird stuff. We're gonna have to have a look at that. Let's go into the neovim section of my doc files, and we can have a look at nvchat. Chatrc.lower. It is it's transparency, not transparent. Look at that. Everything is perfectly transparent and it looks beautiful. Now there was I do want to quickly sort out some of that random junk about Clang++. No Clang++. Do we have a G++ available? No. Stop. G++. Hopefully this is okay then. We do nvim. Find old. Chatrc. So some features won't work. That is better than we did last time. So hopefully, maybe, we actually have stuff working this time. All we needed was G++. Delete that. Delete that. Perfect. That is really good. Now, what we can do is we can fully configure nvchat in all of its glory. Glad I managed to get that worked out very quickly. GCC, G++ errors. So maybe now tmux will work. Because I know the tmux... Nope, never mind. Wishful thinking, wishful thinking. Now, we're going to do quite a lot. One of them... We're going to do the most basic things first, and then we will move on to more complicated things. It's so nice that in neovim, you can do Control-E to go to the end of a line. But in Vim, you can't do that. And it's so annoying. Theme equals minimal. It's because I'm using the wrong thing. What? That's weird. Oh, it's because this is in the wrong section. This needs to be on status line. Ooh, fancy. New property. No, that, and then that. Yay. We have some weird mouse things happening now. We can set the separator style equal to round, which is how I really like it. we have some bugs. It's fine. I think it's just Kitty. They're only on the left separator as well, and that's really annoying. But I don't know why that's happening. We can do this overridden modules thing. It's very annoying. I don't really like it. But we can do it. We can do it if we want to. I think we will. We also need to do all of this. Specifically this bit. NV dash is awesome. We can also do custom highlighting and the tab buff line. You open another file. Let's add plugins.lua. And that's your buffer line. So you can click between them. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's called tab buff. No. Tab buff line. And you can configure it, and I just set enable to false. And that should make it go away. Find old. It seems like neovim's being a little bit of a hog in terms of resources. But you see, now we can just navigate using this. I think it's... I don't know. Let's do fast fetch and see how much RAM we... 47%. Oof. That's fine. Right, now how are we going to do NV dash? Because NV dash is awesome, but I don't want to have to manually write this out. I used an ASCII thing for this. I don't think I'll go through my plugins, just because there's quite a lot of plugins. So I'm not going to go through that. But we will do the mappings. Not mappings. Highlights. Which will just be a copy and paste because it's kind of long. It's long enough that I don't want to have to write it because it's kind of finicky. We're also not going to go into configs. But we will finish editing the chat RC. Because this is the way that it will look. So... we need to do overridden modules in the status line, and we need to do NV dash. Here we can do m.plugins. Yeah, neovim's being a little bit memory intensive. I'll probably try upgrading to NVChat 2.5 on my main system. Just because once I have it updated, that is kind of what what NVChat is trying to push you towards right now. So yeah, I'll probably do that. Yeah, things are kind of laggy. We'll have enough to load up a web browser. The system might crash though. That's my only concern. The system crashing. I'm just gonna quickly edit this to be nvim slash, is it nvim lower custom slash chat rc dot lower. Hopefully that will load up not onto a white screen. Lovely. Let's try reloading the page to see if we can get anything. I love troubleshooting on Linux. So I'm gonna just cut this and then paste this. No, it doesn't want to. Main and oh, there we go. There it is. Right, we're going to definitely be taking this entire env dash section. And then we're going to be doing that, escape and paste. Save that. Line with trailing spaces. Oh no, whatever shall we do? We'll cut it off. That is env dash right there. If I quit, hopefully when I re-enter neovim, spec module, but a nil value was returned instead. Anyway, you can see env dash there. Very, very nice. Am I mute? No, I'm not. Okay. I love watching other people troubleshooting so I don't have to. Yes. That is very right. Where's custom plugins? Yeah, I also love watching people troubleshoot so I don't have to. And then I decide, actually, you know what, I want to do that. And then I land up troubleshooting as well. I think that we are missing well, everything should be fine. So I don't know why it's not. I think it's because m.plugins is empty. Yeah, that's fine. We just won't do anything with it. And now we have to go back to lag, take overridden modules, and then this is the last thing we need to do for the config. Not that I would know how to troubleshoot in a useful way since I'm just a daily driver scrub that just uses for okay. I didn't realize how intense neovim was on a system with nvchad. Like, I still don't think it's that intense. But it kind of is. And look at that. That is my neovim config. Is that exactly it? Yes, it is. I wasn't quite sure if that was actually my exact config. nvchat is bloated with plugins. yeah, it's really good if you have the resources to run it. Otherwise, it's slow. I think, I'm not sure, but maybe 2.5 is less laggy. And I'll probably try it in another stream. My 1000 subscriber NixOS stream will probably be next weekend. Next weekend we'll probably set up NixOS with everything that I want it to have, different flakes. It should be a fun stream. Oh, we forgot to do highlights. Do I want to do highlights though? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna get the raw file and then just do Control-A, Control-C into another file. Because it's just some colors that you can copy. I do actually need to know where this is in my nvchad config. It's in HL override and HL add. Okay. And we need to also import it. First, I actually need to add a highlights.lower. Highlights.lower. We go. And then paste that. Save it. And create a local variable called highlights. Require custom.highlights. Okay. Last little bit that we have to do. Custom highlights. And we're just going to require that. And we're going to do HL override will be set to highlights.override and last but not least HL underscore add is highlights dot add. Now, if we re-enter neovim, we have a lovely config. It is very similar to my main config. There is just this like little black border bit. I don't know why it's there, but it is. Let's see how it looks on foot. Because I don't know how it looks on foot. I'm also going to quit the web because that will also look how much smoother that is without the web open. Let's open up foot. C is not a UTF. Big. There we go. Now if we use neovim, it will look different. I mean, some of the font is a little bit messed up, but that's because I don't have it. Because I don't have it set to use the right font. Anyway, I think that is it. Thank you so much all. Thank you all so much for coming. Two pretty good streams, one on Debian, one on Alpine Linux. The next stream I do will be my 1000 subscriber special stream, and then a couple days later, maybe a week or two or a month, my 1000 subscriber special video will come out. I just want to say that it's crazy that I made my 100 subscriber special and then immediately had to make my 500, and now immediately after that we've got our 1000 subscriber special. And it all kind of started with a neovim video. I made a video on neovim and why I really liked it, and then someone asked, can I show how I set up my terminal? And that's how we've landed up here. That's how I landed up on over 1,000 subscribers. And it's amazing to think that my little channel kind of blew up like that. It took me maybe 6-8 months to get 100 subscribers, and just a couple days ago I landed up getting another 100 subscribers in 2 days, and that's crazy to me. So I just wanted to say thank you, and thank you all so much for coming to the stream. If you did enjoy, leave a like on this stream. If you're new here, maybe subscribe, and I will see you next time.